Alrighty, good morning folks, this is Jason with the Primal Outdoors channel, and it is a beautiful summer morning here in July. I think it's going to get fairly warm today, so I thought while it's still kind of cool and nice, I'd get this Iceco APL35 dual zone out and do a quick review on it. Now, if you've been following my channel for any amount of time, you guys know I've been using Iceco products for a while, and I have the JP50 that I use as a full-time refrigerator in my van, and then I have the Iceco VL60 that I use as a full-time freezer in my van, and I've always been very happy with Iceco products. But I am going to start using my old Ford pickup for some camping adventures, and I wanted to have a refrigerator for it because I didn't want to keep pulling stuff out of the van. I'd like the pickup to have its own gear. So I looked at the products that Iceco had, or the other refrigerators had, and I decided on this APL35 dual zone, and I'm going to talk about that in this video. But what I'm also going to do in this video is give you guys a way to win the APL35 single zone, and that's going to come up at the very end of the video. So let's talk about the specs, get that out of the way, and then we'll start talking about why I chose this refrigerator and also a few things that I wish were different about this refrigerator.
Okay, before we get into specs, one quick clarification. I did make a mistake. It is not a single zone refrigerator that we're giving away. It is the dual zone that you see exactly here in the video. I was confused by the S at the end of the part number, assumed it meant single zone, but it actually means silver because you can actually get this refrigerator in silver or black. So anywhere I say it's a single zone in this video, just know that it is the refrigerator that I am showing. Now let's dive into the specs. This is the APL35 from Iceco. It's an all aluminum fridge that is built to handle the elements, but still light enough just at 32 pounds to move around easily. Inside, you've got a compact 35-liter dual zone setup so you can run the fridge and the freezer at the same time. It cools fast and runs efficiently thanks to a tiny but powerful C-Cop nano compressor. The lid stays open on its own past 45 degrees, which sounds small but makes a big difference when your hands are full. It works on AC, DC, or solar, whatever your setup is. And if anything goes wrong, there's a 5-year warranty on the compressor, and there is support out of Los Angeles, California.
All right, so let's get into why I chose this refrigerator over, say, some of the other Icecos. There's a lot of different options out there that they have, and I just really like this one because it had all the things that kind of tick the boxes for me. The main thing is it fits nicely behind the seat of the Ford, and I just wanted something that I could shove behind the seat and would fit well there, while still giving me enough room to be able to go out for 1 day to maybe up to 5 days doing an overland adventure with the Ford if I want to. The other thing that I do like about this refrigerator is it has the C-Cop compressor, which actually all the Icecos do, and it's very efficient. I've actually been running this refrigerator on a Blue Yeti for several days without charging the Blue Yeti. It's a Blue Yeti Premium 200, and I plugged it in at 100% on Thursday morning at about 8 o'clock in the morning, and it actually continued to run without any charging until this morning. It actually died. So very efficient refrigerator, and I know it's not going to be a massive power hog when I'm out on adventures. The other thing that I like about this particular refrigerator is the fact that it does have the dual zone compartment. This is a 35 liter, and that should be plenty enough for me. And for those that are kind of thinking about upgrading from an icebox, just as a rule of thumb, you can typically go with half the size refrigerator as you're used to with an icebox. So for example, if you're used to a 60-liter icebox and you can do fine on that, then you can probably get away with a 30 to 35-liter refrigerator because you're not carrying all that ice. And so it definitely can save you some space. But again, the 35 liters should be good for me, and then having the dual zone gives me the ability to have that set as a freezer, and that way if I do go on a longer trip, I can still keep some meat and things frozen until I'm ready to start thawing them deeper into the trip. Another thing that I like about this particular fridge that my other fridges don't have is these newer ones do have a Bluetooth app, and that's just kind of handy to be able to always monitor what's going on with your fridge and being able to make sure that it's on, that that the plug didn't slip and come unplugged. You can just kind of check on those things, and that's, like I said, something that my old fridges don't have that I kind of wish they did. Plus, it's just kind of nice because sometimes, depending on where you have your fridge in the vehicle, you may not always be able to see the display on the side. So being able to just pop your phone open and see what's going on is just a real convenience. The other thing that I'm happy about with this fridge that I actually kind of wasn't expecting is I really like the new aluminum finish. My JP50 has kind of a plastic finish, and it's kind of a bit rough. So when I go to wipe it down or clean it, it just never really comes that clean. Whereas this aluminum finish is nice and smooth, and when I go to wipe it down because there's dust from it on the trail or any other thing, it's just really easy to wipe down and keep the refrigerator looking nice. Now, when it comes to complaints with this fridge, I don't really have any specific complaints with this particular fridge. It's more of a general complaint that I have about all of the Iceco refrigerators that you can get, and that is they don't give you any way to organize your food within the refrigerator. This is a chest style refrigerator, so all of my food just ends up getting piled in there, and then you're kind of digging around, and there's just no little trays or anything that I think would be handy for being able to organize things to get to it easier. The other reason why I would really like to see some trays in the refrigerator, or having the option for trays in the refrigerator, is again, when you're dealing with these chest style refrigerators, cold air sinks to the bottom, warm air rises, so you're always going to end up with the upper part of your refrigerator being a little bit warmer and then it getting cooler as it goes down. So you can, of course, adjust the refrigerator and try to find a nice little average in there, but you're always going to have a colder pocket down here and a little bit warmer up here. So I would like to be able to have the trays so that way I could keep my meats down at the bottom, be able to keep like butter and eggs in the middle section, and then have my vegetables and fruits and stuff like that up here at the top. Now, what I have done in my JP50 is I just went on Amazon and I was able to find some trays that kind of fit the refrigerator, but they don't fit perfectly, so there's some wasted space that I don't like. So I would really like it if Iceco would design some trays specifically for their refrigerators so that you would be able to organize things in them better. But other than that, I really don't have any other complaints about this refrigerator. It does what it's supposed to, it's efficient, it fits my needs and application. So all in all, I am pleased with this refrigerator. So if you guys are interested in this refrigerator or any of the other refrigerators that Iceco has, please use the link down in my description. It definitely helps the channel. And if you're interested in winning one of these APL35s, the single zone version of this refrigerator, please check the description as well. I've got all the contest rules, plus there's a very specific phrase that you need to type in so that we know that you want to be entered. So look down in the description, find the contest rules, find that phrase, enter that into the description, and Iceco will be picking a winner in the next 5 to 7 days. So don't miss out on that opportunity. I just got back from Overland Expo. I used this refrigerator as even a third extra refrigerator to just carry pop. It worked out great. I'm looking forward to using this on some truck adventures, but like now that I've also seen that it's going to come in useful in other ways as well. So I'm excited about that. If you guys found this review to be useful, please do give it a like. If you have any other comments or questions about the refrigerator, please leave those down below in the comment section, and we'll catch you guys again outside.